How's it going, guys? Mask here. Now, in today's Night's Chronicle video, I want to talk about salvaging runes. Now, the Ruin Dungeon was half off for most of the weekend. It was fantastic. I farmed it as much as physically possible, but much as I could do possible, I should say. I was really busy this weekend. It was Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. Belated Canada Day to anybody of you who also live in Canada. And, the biggest problem with trying to farm the Ruin Dungeon was that your Ruin inventory is so tiny. Even if you dump the max amount of crystals into it, it's only 500 slots. You fill 500 slots up unbelievably fast. You hardly get to burn through stamina pots and really farm the Ruin Dungeon. I'm at 350 out of 500, and this was after I just bulk sold. Or all I was able to do, because I was so busy, was bulk sell the 5 through 1 star ruins and only keep the 6 stars and keep going. Now, at some point, it would have been extremely advantageous to me if I had some sort of template or guide or instructions to follow to go through my ruins and know right away, this is a slot 1 ruin, it looks like this, salvage. It looks like this, that's what I needed. And I didn't have that, and it really made it harder for me to farm ruins. Come over to salvage here. I didn't know if I pull this ruin up. Okay, it's got HP, crit damage, accessory. Is that a good ruin? Should I keep it? Should I throw it away? And it was I definitely did not get to take advantage of half off Ruin Dungeon as much as I wanted to. So that's what today's all about. Today I want to talk about what stats are in every single ruin slot. Create sort of like a template you can look at and be able to reference. Okay, this slot can get attack speed. So this ruin doesn't have attack speed, or it only has it once. It's not a perfect ruin. It's not even good enough for me to keep. Salvage. Get it out of the way. Make room for more ruins. There's some of you probably stuck at 200 slots, 150, 250. Like, you're so starved on ruin slot space. This should be 2,000 max. If characters get to 1,000, this is the way I look at it. They give us 1,000 summoner or 1,000 hero slots. Each hero gets 6 ruins. Clearly, we're going to need more ruin slots than hero slots. So this should be 2,000 at least, max, with 1,000 hero slots available. And just double up the number of slots you give us per crystal. I mean, that'd be nice. Whatever, just let us buy the slots. Come on. So many of us will do it. And then if you don't, you can just do it slowly over time. Like 3 months from now, you'll probably be able to max out your ruin slot inventory, because you'll need to. It's really important. So let's get it started. We got slot 1. Let me pull up my little guide, my little slot 1 guide here that I've thrown together. So on slot 1, your main stat is obviously attack. That's a given. Always going to have an increase in attack at the top, and then you have attack speed, crit strike chance, crit damage, HP increase, and accuracy on this rune. Obviously, the best stat here is attack speed. Attack speed is so crazy in this game. If your whole team is loaded full of attack speed more than your opponents, every single one of your heroes gets to attack first. You could kill half your opponent's team before he even gets to make a move. Not to mention, faster attack speed means you attack more often as well. You will continue to attack faster throughout the game. And but that's also the rarest stat. I only have attack speed on like 10 ruins in total, and I farmed, ooh, that is one nice looking ruin. Boom! Triple crit damage. And I farmed probably 3,000 ruins over the weekend. There's attack speed. So obviously a perfect looking slot 1 ruin for a lot of applications is going to be triple attack speed. You have crit strike chance, crit damage, HP increase, accuracy. So obviously for support characters, you're looking to maximize attack speed and HP in slot 1. If you're looking for a crit build, you have crit strike and crit damage available in slot 1. Keep that in mind. Attack is not available. Like, take note of what's not available as well. A lot of times you might be not equipping ruins on your heroes because you're just not finding. You want attack, but you're not finding attack. So you're just like, but I'm going to keep looking for an attack rune. Not all stats appear in all slots, and that's going to be what we're focusing on. So attack speed, crit strike, crit damage, HP increase, accuracy. So my support characters, they all have attack speed and HP increase in this slot. My DPS characters, obviously, crit strike, crit damage, attack speed. I'm focusing on those. I've yet to find a use for accuracy or really include it in any of my builds in this game. I played a lot of Summoner's War, and there were some characters that accuracy was very, very, very important on, and you actually push to get them to 100% accuracy. We might get that in this game. Right now, it's pretty well the stat you avoid the most. If you look through all the leaderboards in the arena, everybody has very minimal accuracy on there, probably only there because they didn't have any other runes that were better. Let's move over to slot 2. Slot 2 is also an attack rune. The substats available in slot 2 are attack speed, crit strike chance, crit damage, HP increase, and accuracy. It looks familiar, that's because it should. Slot 1 and slot 2 are absolutely identical. Attack speed, crit chance, crit damage, HP increase, and accuracy. So I really don't have anything to say about slot 2. Just everything I said in slot 1 applies here. Straight up. Now, moving over to slot 3, we see a new stat come into play, and this is basically the other powerhouse stat in this game. You have attack speed, which is super important, and then evasion, and they're also extremely rare. I don't have evasion or attack speed on more than like 10, 20 runes in total after farming thousands. So we have evasion, multi-strike and counter-strike come into play in slot 3 as well. We haven't seen those yet. There's also HP increase, so those support characters that are looking to maximize that HP, they have that available in this slot, but also HP recovery. So you got to find a balance between max HP and HP recovery on your characters that you're literally just building tanky. But so on this slot, most people favor HP increase. HP increase in slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3. You could have 3 times HP increase in all 3 slots and max out that HP on your character. Offensive units obviously are going to be focusing on evasion, multi-strike, and counter-strike out of this slot. And defensive, supportive units, you have HP increase, HP recovery, and evasion as well. Evasion is just phenomenal to have on literally anybody, except with the exception of people who have skills that proc when people hit them. Perhaps there's tanks that you actually want them to get hit, and you're maximizing their counter attack, their multi-strike, and Electra comes to mind. I wouldn't really want to stack evasion on my Electra. I want my Electra to be as absolute tanky as possible while counter-attacking and multi-striking non-stop to just hit those taunts. You want her counter-striking. You want her getting hit for the debuffs, and going at your opponent for counter-strikes and multi-strikes to get as many hits in as possible to taunt as many people as she can. But slot 3, recap, we got evasion, multi-strike, counterattack, HP increase, and HP recovery. Alright, now slot 4 is a little different. It's also a defense rune, so the main stat's going to be defense no matter what. But in slot 4, we have evasion, attack, multi-strike, counterattack, and HP recovery. So this one, we've lost the HP, the max HP increase. There's no more runes with that on it. So if you're a support character, this is where you're definitely going to throw, you're looking for triple HP recovery on a lot of your support characters, or evasion. I mean, evasion is just so rare, you're probably not going to see a triple evasion rune until someone's farmed 10 to 20,000 runes. On some of the highest people in the arena, out of all 6 of their characters, they only have like 1 rune I think I've even seen with triple attack speed on it. And I don't think I've seen evasion, I don't think I've even seen a double evasion rune. It seems to be even rare. Now, evasion, attack, and multi-strike. I mean, evasion, attack, multi-strike, and counterattack are definitely going to be focused on offensive units. I like multi-strike more on offensive units because you are declaring your attack. If you do hit a counterattack, you get a multi-strike in as well. And you don't really want your offensive units getting hit too often. I guess they're going to get focused anyway, so it's counterattack, multi-strike, evasion, attack. This is a fantastic offensive ruin slot, and you have HP recovery and evasion to focus on for defensive or support units. Now in slot 5, we're moving on to the HP main stat runes. Slot 5 and 6 are their main stats HP. Now in these slots, you still have evasion is still here. We have evasion, attack, counterattack, HP recovery, and accuracy. So this is the first time that counterattack and multi-strike are not paired in a rune. So if you're building a multi-strike / counterattack build on somebody like Demos, for example, that you just want to be doing their main attack as many times as physically possible, because Demos heals the lowest health person on your team every time he does an attack. So every time he counterattacks, multi-strikes, it's heal, heal, heal. So he on a Demos, for example, you're going to be looking at HP recovery, HP, counterattack, multi-strike, and those are fantastic stats for him because he's going to be healing your team up the most he possibly can then. So we got evasion, and evasion doesn't mix with counterattack too well, because if you evade the attack, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think you counterattack if you evade, but I absolutely could be wrong in saying this, and if I am, please, or even if you have an idea, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to be trying to figure that out today. If you evade an attack, can you still counterattack afterwards? And taking that information, we'll figure it out in the comments, and you can adjust anything I've said about whether or not evasion and counterattack go together. Evasion's the best stat here. I would put as much evasion on every one of your units as you possibly can, and with the exception of ones you actually want to get hit to proc effects. Ruby, for example. And evasion, attack, counterattack, HP recovery, accessory. So you got evasion, attack, and counterattack for those offensive units. HP recovery for your anyone that you just want to keep alive, like your Ramu, who's got 18k HP. The more HP recovery you get on her, she just self-healing so much, she's becoming unkillable. And accessory, again, kind of the joke stat right now. You really don't want it on many runes. Here's a nice, this one is a huge HP recovery rune here. When I'm salvaging my runes too, actually, we'll go through slot 6. So in slot 6, the last rune slot, we have attack speed back. This is the third rune that has attack speed on it. Attack, crit strike chance, crit strike or critical damage, and multi-strike. This is the offensive rune in the set. I mean, aside from its main stat being HP, this rune is all about offense. Attack speed obviously is what you want from this rune for all of your support units. Any that aren't really going to benefit from attack, crit strike, crit damage. Most units will be or do benefit from multi-strike though. Multi-strike, once again on Demos, letting them get off those double procs, healing more. Thinking about other supports, you have Ramu, more chances to stun people the more times she attacks with her basic attack. So attack speed and multi-strike on any of your support units. And of course, attack speed, attack, crit strike, chance, crit damage, all phenomenal stats for offensive units. And of course, paying attention whether or not you're just building an attack unit, not really going for crit, or are you building crit strike and crit damage to try to maximize out those crits and the damage coming from them. Different heroes are going to have different skills, different abilities, and you're going to have to build them different. I still highly suggest you going into the arena and checking out the top 50 people in Arena's runes. Today, to prepare for building for everything I want to talk about, I went through every single person in the top 50 of the arena and checked out all of the runes. Now that we've kind of covered what is in every slot, now you know what to look for when you're going through, but how do you know if a rune's good enough to keep or if you should salvage it? So a general rule of thumb from me is any rune that has 3 different stats on it, especially if one of them is accessory, I'm salvaging. Because when it gets down to it, sorry, I should say any rune with 3 different stats. So any rune that doesn't have a doubled up stat on it, I'm pretty much salvaging right now. And this is also me being really picky, because I do want to keep farming and try to push for those like top tier runes. But if a rune has 3 different stats on it, you're never gonna have a rune that can max out a hero for one specific task. No matter what, I think it's going to be advantageous to either have a guy maxed out on attack, maxed on attack speed, so we know he's going first, maxed on HP, maxed on recovery, or getting maxed on crit strike chance, getting that crit strike chance so high you're almost critting every turn, and then you can really focus on crit strike and crit damage. But if you just have 3% crit damage here, 3% crit strike over here, another 3, you only have 6% crit strike chance, and not to mention, if your crit strike's super low, crit damage becomes a useless stat. So when I'm going through, this has 2 HP on it, I'll keep it. This has accessory, 3 mixed, salvage, let's get it out of here. 2 HP, accuracy, you know what, I'll keep it. Triple accuracy, even though that sounds useless, any rune that has triple of one stat, I'm definitely keeping right now. That's just future proofing. I don't know if we're going to need that rune in the future, or if we're going to get a hero that really benefits from getting max accuracy. So I'm holding on to that for that possibility. That was double HP, triple HP rune. That is a solid rune. And then whenever I find those, I like to hit that lock button. I think there was one back here too. Maybe not. But crit strike chance, crit damage, crit strike chance. On a side note, any mixture of crit strike and crit damage, I do kind of link them together. This is a perfect rune for me. This is a crit strike, crit damage, ready to go rune. It's definitely getting kept. I'll lock that. Triple accuracy, keep it for now. HP increase, crit damage, accuracy. Gone. We don't need that rune. Let's salvage it, get it out of here. If I start to have like 10 triple accuracy runes, I'll start getting rid of them. Mixed rune, accuracy, salvage. Literally any rune with attack speed or evasion, keep. You need attack speed rune. You need runes with attack speed in 1 slot, attack speed in 2 slots, and attack speed in 3 slots, so it becomes really easy for you to get your proper team turn order. That's one thing when you get your really strong PvP team, or your team that you're really pushing through heavy dungeons in ready. One of the hard things to do in this game, because attack speed is so hard to get access to, is to get all of their attack speeds to line up in the right order to be able to control what the order is that your team actually attacks in. So you get a triple attack speed rune on the guy that you want to go first. Then you have the option to get a double attack speed rune on someone you want to go second. You have multiple slots of attack speed to keep modifying that in, and you kind of get what I'm getting at here. But I'll do a couple more. Attack speed I'm keeping. Accuracy, HP, that's a useless rune. Get rid of it. Mixed bag rune with accuracy on it. Gone. Triple accuracy, I'm still keeping those. Crit strike, crit damage. I kind of consider that a double. That's a 1-2. That's like a doubled up. Even though there's accuracy, I'll keep that rune for now. Triple HP, lock that up. That is a beautiful rune. HP, accuracy, HP. It's a double. I keep doubles at the moment, and then use this sort of thought process. Go through your entire rune lineup, and then just take a look at how much space you have. Did you make enough space for yourself? Do you feel comfortable? Are you going to be able to farm runes without it just saying, your inventory's full, can't go. Your inventory's full, no good. That was driving me nuts all weekend. So we'll salvage these runes, 2,640. And yeah, now I actually have space. Well, I did already, but I have space now to move on and farm more runes. And now I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to go over about salvaging runes today. We got all the stats, all the different stats that appear in each slot. You guys can take screenshots. You can even just clip the top corner, or just copy the little. If you type out all of these things I've put above my head here and put it in your own little spreadsheet, you'll have a good reference guide to where you can get what stats you can get in every single rune slot, and use that to help build your heroes properly and get all the stats on them you want. And also, you can use that and all the tips I've given you in this video to help manage your rune inventory without having to keep any runes that you really shouldn't, that are just wasting space, and without accidentally salvaging runes that you are going to regret letting go of that you might need in the future. And yeah, let's actually end today's video off with our free pull. I usually like to start them, but I always save my free draw of the day for when I'm recording a video. One of these times, it's gonna be my SSR Rue that I've been praying for so long, and it's not. Unfortunate. No, we will not do a normal summon for 20 gems. And that's everything I wanted to go over today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Let me say hi in the comments down below. You have any ideas on things you'd like to see me cover, or you just have anything to add to the conversation we had today. I greatly appreciate it. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. You can always catch me live at twitch.tv/MasKScarin. I try to be live right around reset time, so you can come in and we got tons of stuff to do. Grind all the dailies right around the daily reset. And of course, got my Facebook and my Twitter link in the description down below. You can use those, find out when new content's coming out, when I'm going live on Twitch. Never miss it. And as always, I want to remind you guys, I play Knights Chronicle on BlueStacks, which is a phenomenal platform to play mobile games on your computer with. So you can play Knights Chronicle on your computer, save your cell phone battery, you can have your cell phone to do other things, and also just prolong the life of your cell phone battery. Because everyone knows these really high, these nice graphics, mobile games that really promote you to play practically all day, fry the longevity of your phone's battery life. So save your phone. Check the description down below. I got a link where you can download BlueStacks. It'll prompt you to install Knights Chronicle right away, and it saves you time having to look for it. And every time you use the link, it helps me out as well, so I appreciate it. But I'll get into your hair for today, guys. That's about it. Yep. But don't forget, stay classy.